Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting for the City Commission for Tuesday, July 11th. If you would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Marie, can we have a call for attendance, please?
Commissioner Pruitt,
Here.
Commissioner Whitt,
Here.
Commissioner Vowell,
Here.
Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
Mayor Staten.
Here. And we have a very short agenda, but before we get started, I noticed that we have some guests in the audience today, and I always ask this toward the beginning of the meeting. If anyone has anything that's not on the agenda that you'd like to bring before the City Commission, now would be a good opportunity to do so if you would like. All right, hearing none, we have a consent agenda.
The consent agenda for the meeting of July 11th, 2023 contains the June 13th, 2023 regular meeting minutes, the June 22nd, 2023 called work session ICIP committee reports minutes, resolution number 35-23, resolution increasing salary of city manager by 2% effective July 1st, 2023. Resolution 36-23, resolution authorizing funding for Henderson County Planning Commission in the amount of $416,371. Resolution 37-23, resolution approving agreement with the Henderson City County Airport Board allocating $172,230 for airport services and authorizing mayor to execute agreement. Resolution 38-23, resolution approving agreement with the Henderson, Kentucky Chamber of Commerce Downtown Henderson Partnership Committee, allocating $46,000 for services in support of downtown Henderson and authorizing mayor to execute agreement. Resolution number 39-23, resolution approving agreement with Henderson Economic Development, allocating $60,000 for services and authorizing mayor to execute agreement. Resolution 40-23, resolution authorizing funding for City County Human Rights Commission in the amount of $42,949. Resolution 41-23, resolution approving community development block grant subrecipient agreement with the Father Bradley Shelter for Women and Children, Incorporated. Resolution 42-23, resolution approving agreement and statement of affiliation between the Henderson City County Rescue Squad, Incorporated, the City of Henderson, the County of Henderson, and Henderson Emergency Management. Resolution 43-23, resolution approving a second addendum to the interlocal agreement between Davis County Fiscal Court and the City of Henderson for solid waste disposal. And Resolution 44-23, resolution approving memorandum of understanding between the City of Henderson and the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet Department of Highways, including a temporary easement for the Kentucky 812 Bridge project at North Fork Canoe Creek.
Thank you. It was a lot, wasn't it? Before we get a motion, are there any items on the consent agenda that a commissioner would like to pull for further discussion? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowell,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Next up, we have a resolution approving a memorandum of understanding between the City of Henderson and Tourist Commission. Before you read that, I did want to point out that I will be recusing myself from this vote. And so I'd like to ask the Mayor Pro Tem when it's necessary to call the vote, to call for a motion and a second and go through the roll call, please. And the reason I'm recusing myself is my wife is a member of the Tourism Board. When she became a member several years ago, we consulted the Ethics Board. They approved her as a member of the Tourism Board. I also consulted the Ethics Board in December of last year just to make sure that she could continue her service. And they gave an opinion that she could continue her service. However, even though they did, when it comes to funding the Tourism Board, I have historically always recused myself from voting on this matter. So if you would, go ahead and read that, and I will, as part of the recusal process, leave my seat and stand over there.
Resolution number 45-23, resolution approving memorandum of understanding between the city and Henderson Tourist Commission regarding personnel for the Henderson Welcome Center Gallery 101.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please. Or is there any discussion? Roll, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Witt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowles,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Thank you for that. City Manager's report.
I have three items. Number one is a rezoning at 307 Center Street. It's First Baptist Church who have asked to rezone some parcels that they own and consolidate them into one parcel. As y'all are aware, we have a process which any aggrieved party can come before the Board of Commissioners within a 21-day period. So that's one item. If you have any questions, feel free to call and we'll get those answered. Item number two has to do with Jago Homes, Inc. has requested an extension of time in the amount of 90 days. The issue at hand is in their design phase of their due diligence for the property is tied to drainage and getting approvals from the Corps of Engineers. And there's been some new regulations come out, and thus any approvals that they'll do are based upon the new regulations. So it would be a recommendation from the city manager and I think city attorney to extend that agreement for 90 days. There are provisions within our agreement to allow it.
Do we need to make a motion to
Yes.
extend that? I'd like to entertain a motion to extend the agreement by 90 days.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Witt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowles,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye.
The last item we are going to remove from the agenda, it was a vision plan update based upon the last hearing or public meetings we had. The final document is not being completed. We'll do that at our next meeting. That's all I have today.
Thank you, sir. City Attorney's report.
Yes, the developers of the proposed distillery have come to the city and requested a change to the zoning ordinance. And I think that it was in your packet. They would like to add a definition for distillery. And the definition would just be a facility required to maintain licenses under KRS 243-120. So that's just the ABC license group distilleries. And then the second is they would like to amend the conditional uses in the central business district to add a distillery. And again, the conditional use would require it to go before BOZA, before it could go forward. If you all are okay with this, you make a motion to it. A motion to send it to Planning Commission. Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on it. And depending on how that goes, it'll come back to you all.
Before we hear a motion, are there any questions or discussion? All right, I'll entertain a motion to send this to the Planning Commission for further review.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Witt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowles,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Dawn, was that the end of your report?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And we do have need for executive session, but before we go into executive session, I would like to ask if there are any comments from the commissioners under your commissioners' report today. Commissioner Pruitt, anything today?
Not today.
Commissioner Witt, anything today?
None today.
Thank you. Commissioner Vowles, anything today?
Nothing today.
Commissioner Thomas, anything today?
Nothing today.
All right, we have a motion to go into executive session, and one more thing, just a point of order. We will most likely be coming back from executive session with action. And so I just wanted to point that out. I have no idea knowing how long it will be, but please read the motion for executive session.
I move that the commission go into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810, paragraph 1, subsection F, for discussion which might lead to the discipline or dismissal of an employee.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Whitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowles,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Mayor State.
And we will retire to the second floor conference room. Commissioner Witt, I think you've made arrangements to be with us during executive session, is that right?
Correct, yes.
We will see you on a different TV in about 5 minutes, sir.
All right, thanks.
Good. All right, I'd like to hear a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We are back in regular session, and I believe we have a resolution that Marie will read for us to vote on.
Resolution number 47-23, resolution terminating employment contract of Heath Cox by mutual agreement.
Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do we have a second? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Pruitt,
Aye.
Commissioner Witt,
Aye.
Commissioner Vowles,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. We have taken care of everything that I know of for this meeting, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Oh, thank you.
Second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.